Now I finally got my motor back. This is number 2. So if this one don't work, I'm going to give up for the Holden V8 Passion and find another hobby. I spent a lot of money. So this is a 355. I've actually gone and got a full balanced come racing stroker kit that's been put in. Brown's Engineering done the work for me, all the machining. They actually told me my bottom end bearing caps never been touched before, so they had no markings on them for any machining. So I think that kind of tells me that the crank that snapped originally, which is shoved over here, see that must have been bad casting that had been machined down to fit the standard bearing shells, if that makes sense. I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, leave some comments, but that's what I think's weakened the crank and snapped. So gone and got a new setup. It's cost me thousands, heaps, but I know everything's been done properly by some old school, highly reputable engineers, and paid what was needed. So yeah, it wasn't cheap. Anyway, I'm going manual this time. I had a turbo 400. I'm going the T5. It's not as strong, probably not anywhere near as strong. The bottom end's rated to 6 at 7,000 RPM, 600 horsepower, brake horsepower, but I've gone hydraulic cam this time, H286 crane, just for a bit of reliability. So I'll be happy if it all works and lasts me a long time. And I thought before I put it all back together, one thing that you can't really find a lot of information on is the distributor. Now it comes down to automatic timing, advanced curves, and the computer delco does that, or your Haltech or whatever you're running. I'm going to run a delco, the original, and I've got someone from Brushworks Slick 6s, Barry. He's going to do my tune for me. So he's a CalMaker expert, and I've read up a fair bit about him and had a yarn with him, and he says he can do it. So I'll take it to him, keep it all factory computer. I did have 42-pound Ford injectors, the green tops, and I decided not to go with them, and I went blue top 775 Holden HSV ones. See if that makes a difference. And yeah, Barry actually said the green tops weren't a bad injector, they just really needed a tune. So anyway, back to the Dizzy. You can buy aftermarket ones, but none that are any good, and I think ICE do, but they're real expensive, and for this application I'm not really needed for drags and shit like that. So I just wanted to, from what I've read, what you have to do is set your top dead center markings. You can do it with a timing light, but this is, I found is easier. Now I've got 10 degrees advance top dead center. Okay, so you can see the markings on my pulley, and that's roughly 10 degrees before top dead center. Then set the Dizzy up, so you can see the original Bosch has a little cut mark in the side just over here. So that mark and the rotor button mark need to line up when you crank, when it's at 10 degrees before top dead center. Okay, that is where the delco computer works and calculates its measurements from. So if you do that, set it up like this, 10 degrees before top dead center, have these two markings aligned, and then tighten it all up. When you put your rotor cap back on, have your number 1 spark plug lead going to number 1, and then follow your firing order. That's it there, if anyone doesn't know it. Firing order, and then you follow rotating clockwise around and to each of your firing order. And that there is a little helpful tip. It's taken me a while to research or work out what might help, but yeah, anyway, I've got to keep going. I've got a time limit, so yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. I'll show you how I go. I've rewired my Commodore VB, So everything's ready to go, rewired, labelled, and just gotta get dropped in and plugged up. So everything's labelled up here. It's a big pigsty here, but gotta make it happen. All right, show you how we go.